Welcome back, everyone. So, wow, a pretty inspirational article, or at least I thought so. I like articles like this that encourage us that anything's possible.
Yes.
So, this lady in question, Dorothy, she is 100 years old, a centenarian, I believe they call it, and that isn't the only reason she's so famous. She is the world record holder now for the oldest person to do a skydive. She was 100 years old when she did her skydive. Unfortunately, she has actually now passed away at 104 years old, but her record still stands. So, Dorothy's life was quite interesting. She was a telephone operator back in the day when people still had those, and she worked as a telephone operator her whole life. She retired from that job before the job became obsolete, so she had a nice tidy little nest egg to sustain herself in her retirement years, and she was super active. She kept going. She still had lots of dreams, lots of energy, and in the care home where she was living, she sort of met a young guy who was nursing a different patient, but the two of them sort of struck up a friendship. He found her kind of inspirational because she was so energetic and bubbly and lively, and he used to help her out. And then one day she mentioned to him that skydiving was on her bucket list. So he helped her out. He organized the trip. She did a tandem skydive. And the TV crews were there to film it happening because it was a pretty, unique event. And she was, when she came back to Earth, she said, age is just a number. And she looked really happy and sort of pleased with herself. And so, yeah, I thought it was a really lovely, uplifting story.
Very sweet.
Yeah. And I should have mentioned, I was quite inspired that she'd been single her whole life, never married, no kids. But she traveled a lot. She dreamed big, did tons of stuff.
Coincidence or no?
I don't know.
Single her whole life, no children, living to 104.
Maybe there's something in there. There's hope for us all yet.
Yes.
So let's dive into a few questions surrounding this great story. So her phrase when she got back to the ground was, age is just a number, which I've heard a lot of people say. What do you think about that statement?
Yeah, I would say, for one, it just basically means that age doesn't really matter. You can be 100 and whatever years old, or 100 years old and skydive. It's okay. You don't need to worry about these sort of social stigmas or even people saying, oh, you're too old to do whatever. You're not too old, it's just a number. And so what I think about that is pretty positive, I guess. I would say that age is, of course, there comes difficulties. She was in a nursing home. She wasn't living on her own at the time. So there comes difficulties with age. However, you can still do what you want, even though you do have that number attached to you.
Yeah, different people have different health conditions at different ages, so you have to take individual differences into account. Skydiving, though, is on a lot of people's bucket lists. Why do you think that is? Because it's definitely not on mine.
You're like, that'll be the last thing I do, literally. I think it is one of the more adventurous things to do that people can access easily. It's not super expensive, although it's on the more expensive side. And it allows you to do something that most humans cannot do. If you think about everyday life, people's bucket list, they might be visiting different countries. Anyone can go visit it at their country. It might be what's on a bucket list actually? Throw a baseball at a major league game or something. You know what I mean?
Something hard to do.
Something hard to do.
Something hard to do.
But skydiving, it's something about flying with the birds, being in flight, basically, floating, but whatever. But you're human. I don't know. There's something special about it, I guess. Again, it's not on our bucket list.
Not for everyone, but worth considering.
I also wouldn't throw a baseball.
That seems a lot harder.
It does. And more embarrassing.
In front of so many people. But yes, an inspiring message from Dorothy there. It gives hope to us all. You never know what's possible until you try. So you should try learning the vocabulary in the next part and challenge yourself. Anything's possible. It doesn't matter even if you're 100 years old and watching. So good luck, and we'll see you in the next article. Bye-bye.
It's what you make of it.
It's what you make of it.
Tandem.
Tandem.
Obsolete.
Obsolete.
Nest egg.
Nest egg.
Entail.
Entail.